loves, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello, I'm Nocturne and I'm a tarot reader here on YouTube. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're having a lovely day, and today we're going to be doing a reading on Ahn Hyo Seop and Sungkyung's friendship. I hope I'm saying their names right. So we're going to be looking into their bond, their friendship, how they see each other, as well as where their friendship will go in the next few months. As usual, guys, I just want to make a quick disclaimer that I'm not going to be divulging too much into their personal lives out of respect for them and for whomever I do a reading about in the future. And if you guys are interested in joining me on Patreon, would like to get a private reading for yourself, would like to know what cards I use for my readings, or would like to visit my newly opened Etsy art shop, I'll have all the links in the description box below. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so let's start the reading by seeing what is the general energy of their friendship. So I have done a reading of them prior to this. It was a really short Patreon Q&A. So I'll have it linked somewhere on the screen now if you guys are interested in watching that after this reading. So we have believing in magic and exceeding expectations. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Okay, general energy of their friendship, general energy of their friendship. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the World, we have the Fool, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Stop. I cannot believe we have 4 major arcanas. Okay, wow. So we have the Fool, the Chariot, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm gonna get to those first before I get to the Two of Pentacles here. But I see that their friendship is actually very strong. So I don't know if this is something that's public or not, but they're very close. Okay, they're very close. And I think their friendship exceeded. Okay, here's the thing. I think when they met, they didn't expect to get as close as they did. And I think they didn't expect to like the other person as much as they do. So they have both exceeded each other's expectations. They add value into each other's lives. Sungkyung is making Ahn Hyo Seop become a better man, and she is also a better woman. He's come into her life. So they're both adding value into each other's lives. I also see with the Fool and the Chariot, there's been a lot of new beginnings since they've come into each other's lives. They have a lot of fun together. There's almost like this optimism and this like childish energy, naivete when they're together. They're mature adults, but when they're together, there's just a playfulness about it. Okay, so they've exposed each other to a lot of new things too. With the World, I feel like they're actually quite different, but when they're around each other, they connect so well together. And actually, it feels like a really fated friendship, you guys. Their connection is very strong, and with the Two of Pentacles, they balance each other very well. So in short, what is the energy of their friendship is a very strong, powerful bond that has changed both their lives for the better. Also, the great thing is that I do see with the Chariot, they are very supportive of one another, and they're like great cheerleaders to each other. So I do see that a lot of improvement, a lot of movement has happened in both their careers since they came into each other's lives. Okay guys, thank you so much. So now let's look into how does Ahn Hyo Seop see Sungkyung. How does Ahn Hyo Seop see Sungkyung? How does Ahn Hyo Seop see Sungkyung? I wouldn't be surprised if he calls her lucky rabbit, or like my good luck charm, or something like that. Because you know how I told you guys that they added value into each other's lives? I feel like he honestly feels like she brings good luck into his life. I'm getting sidetracked because there's a lot of messages. So if you guys are new to my channel, sometimes I jump from one thing to the next. Every time I get a message, it's like I'm following a stream of consciousness, you know? But anyways, how does Ahn Hyo Seop see Sungkyung? How does Ahn Hyo Seop see Sungkyung? Oh, a card jumped out. How does Ahn Hyo Seop see Sungkyung? And one more. Ooh. They're definitely going to be friends for a very long time. How does Ahn Hyo Seop see Sungkyung? Just a few more. Oof! Oh my gosh. And we have one card. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we have a lot of messages here. So let me just start with this and then I'll unpack this. Okay, so first of all, we have rabbit spirit and we have swan spirit. Time for deep dive. Now is a lucky time. We also have surprise, friend, constancy, and we also have the sun. So he sees her, like I mentioned earlier, as somewhat of good luck charm in his life. Okay, he also sees her as someone that's very playful, someone that's very beautiful. With the rabbit, I think there's times where he looks at her and it's almost like, oh my gosh, you're so cute kind of thing. You're just adorable. It's very energetic, very cute, very lovable, very playful. At the same time, with the swan spirit, there's an elegance about her. Okay, she's very elegant. She holds herself in a very charismatic way, but there is so much beneath the surface. Okay, there's so much you don't see about Lee Sungkyung until you really get to know her and you get to speak with her. I think he finds her someone that is very, very smart, very, very intelligent. I think you barely scratch the surface with her, and I think he feels very privileged to see that side of her that she doesn't show to everyone else. He definitely sees her as someone that is full of surprises, someone that's constantly keeping him on his toes. I also see that with friend and constancy. He feels very loyal to her, and he feels like she is someone that's very loyal to him. She's not someone that's going to be like saying things just for the sake of saying things. If she tells you that, hey, I'm going to be there to support you, he knows 100% she's going to be there to support him. I also see that with the sun. She is someone that exudes confidence. This is how he sees her. He sees her as someone that exudes confidence. He sees her as someone that's very different, very unique to other people that he's met before. With the sun, there's just almost like, it's inevitable. There's no way you can look away because she radiates this warmth and light from within her. It's just, he's very taken with her. Now, we have the 10 of Swords. We have the 4 of Swords, we have the Lovers, we have the Empress, and we have the 8 of Cups. So, I don't know how much to... One second. I just want to grab a few more. I think with Ahn Hyo Seop, he's someone that really tries to ponder about decisions and things. Sorry, there's a card that jumped out. 1 second. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the Hanged Man. Oh, 5 of Swords. We have the Hermit. And we have the Lovers again. Okay, guys, so I will... How should I word this? Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. He obviously thinks of her as the Empress, as the Sun, as the Swan. She is someone that's very beautiful, someone that's very, very, very gifted at what she does. He finds her someone nurturing, someone very safe. He thinks very highly of her. With the Lovers, he thinks that they're very compatible as friends, and just two people in general. He finds that they are very, very compatible. And I think there's been instances where his mind has swayed back and forth about certain situations. And I feel like with the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Swords, it's almost like a self, I don't know, it's like, I don't know how to word it, okay? I'm trying to be careful, but sometimes there's thoughts that come into his mind and he's like, oh, I need to give it a rest because if I go there, I might hurt myself kind of thing. So he tries to kind of try not to think about thoughts like that maybe they are compatible as more. You know, you guys, I always try to be very careful with my readings. All I'm gonna say is that he thinks very highly of her and he thinks a lot of her. And sometimes he needs to tell himself to give himself a break because those thoughts can be dangerous or can harm him. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. So he tries to almost cheat himself out of certain thoughts or out of certain ways of thinking, okay? We have the Hermit, the 5 of Swords. Sometimes he loses against those battles with himself. He tries to see things a certain way because he knows that he might get hurt thinking a certain way. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Okay, so let's go into how does Lee Sungkyung see Ahn Hyo Seop? How does Lee Sungkyung see Ahn Hyo Seop? How does Lee Sungkyung see Ahn Hyo Seop? Ooh. Sorry, this one wanted to come out. How does Lee Sungkyung see Ahn Hyo Seop? He is fast, you guys. He is fast. Ahn Hyo Seop is fast. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it to be. We have the Knight of Swords twice. Okay. How does Lee Sungkyung see Ahn Hyo Seop? Oh, 2 cards. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sorry, we have a lot of cards here already. But let me just start here. Let me just start here and then I'll grab more if I need to, okay? But we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the twice, Antelope Spirit, and we also have the Four of Cups in reverse. Lee Sungkyung sees Ahn Hyo Seop as someone who walks to the beat of their own drum. He's not gonna do something if he doesn't want to do it. If he thinks that that is wrong, he's not even going to contemplate it or just, you know, he's not going to entertain anything that he doesn't want to do, okay? He marches to the beat of his own drum. He's someone that is very smart. He's someone that's very secure in his own way of thinking. He is actually a very great communicator with her. He expresses himself very well with her. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, sometimes she feels like he's still not utilizing his gifts to his full potential yet. Like he's not meeting his full potential yet, but she wants to see him do that, okay? Now, we have House, we have Servant, we have Doctor, we have Lover, we have Fortune, okay? She sees him as someone that acts of service is very much his love language. If he loves you, he will take care of you. He will make sure that you're okay. He will want to heal you. He will want to almost like find solutions to your problem, give you the right medicine to your problems, things like that, you know. He wants to protect you. He wants to provide like a safety, grounded feeling. And so she thinks that he is like, you know how he sees her as a constant? She sees him as a constant too, but really with acts of service, with taking care of you, that's something that he does for her, okay? We have Lover. Funny that the Lovers has come out so many times now, but he is someone that's very good also with words of affirmation. He will serenade her. When I say serenade, it's not literal, but he will tell you if he thinks that you're doing a great job. If he thinks that Lee Sungkyung needs a pick-me-up and needs to hear how amazing she is, how talented she is, he's not gonna shy away from saying those things. But really with the Doctor, House, and Servant, he will really make sure when he loves people, he wants to make sure that they're okay. He wants to make sure that they're taken care of, that they're, you know, they're not thirsty, that they're warm, that they're okay, things like that, okay? She feels very, very, very fortunate to have him in her life. Okay, she feels like he is someone like, okay, I think they are so loyal to each other in their friendship that there's not a second that she thinks, oh my God, we might not be friends or whatever. I think the difference with her is that she's very secure in their bond, whereas with him, sometimes his mind strays to other places. But I just want to have a quick look because what I did earlier was see just the general energy of their friendship. I want to see the current energy of their friendship right now in this moment in time. So full disclaimer, I am filming this currently. It is the 30th of April. So current energy for Lee Sungkyung and Ahn Hyo Seop. I'm filming this now on the 30th of April. We have the Two of Pentacles again. Oh my gosh, you guys. The World again. Okay, I'm just gonna be very like open with this. Current energy, obviously they're both really busy. They're both very, very busy people. They're both currently working on lots of different projects. They're chasing their careers. So I don't think they're able to see each other as often as they'd like right now. But again, with the Page of Cups and the Hanged Man, there is a feeling that one of them is currently suppressing their feelings. I think one of them feels a type of way. Yeah. Okay, just current energy, Lee Sungkyung, Ahn Hyo Seop. So we have the Emperor, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the moon in reverse. Okay, you guys, there's going to be a line of communication that's going to happen very soon. I feel like one of them, the person that's been suppressing certain, you know, thoughts, certain feelings, things like that, is going to like step up and actually come forward and unveil these thoughts, these feelings to the other person. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, anything else, guys? Because I cut Lee Sungkyung and the way Lee Sungkyung sees Ahn Hyo Seop quite short. Anything else in regards to how, sorry guys, I'm jumping from one thing to the next. It's just that kind of energy today. Anything else about how Lee Sungkyung sees Ahn Hyo Seop? Anything else in regards to how Lee Sungkyung sees Ahn Hyo Seop? We have Taurus again, Taurus twice, okay? We have Scorpio and Taurus, okay? There is something about, this is so funny because this card came forward when I did their first reading on my Patreon Q&A and how they met. Like, I talk more about how they met. They met at a certain time where they were both going through things, and that made their bond even stronger because they were there for each other. But going back to how she sees him as someone that's actually quite intense. When you get to know them, they're quite intense. He seems quite docile when you first meet him, but then when you get to talk to him, there's this intensity, there's this danger, and also sexiness about him that I think is quite surprising to her. The same way that he feels like she is someone that is so very intelligent, and there's so much beneath the surface, right? She sees him in a very similar way, but more in like a dangerous kind of like seductive vibe, okay? With Scorpio, it's always kind of like very dangerous, seductive kind of situation. But at the same time, with his duality, he does provide a sense of comfort, a sense of groundedness to her, okay? He is someone that's very trustworthy. She feels safe around him. He's very tactile. I just want to say that. He's very tactile. So if he is close to you, he will maybe touch you. He will, not in a sexual way, but he will touch you and kind of like make sure you're okay, you know, check your temperature, whatever it is, but he's very tactile. He likes to connect by touching, like holding your hand, making sure you're okay, you know, like maybe tucking your hair behind your ear, things like that. But yeah, okay guys, thank you so much. So now let's go into how is their friendship going to develop in the next, let's do 3 months. So let's do May, June, July. May, June, July for Ahn Hyo Seop, Lee Sungkyung, and Ahn Hyo Seop and Lee Sungkyung. Sorry, I just got distracted. Interesting. Okay. How is the next 3 months going to develop? How is their friendship going to develop in the next 3 months? Just one more. Just one. Oof. Sorry guys, the card jumped out. 1 second. Okay. We have the Star, we have the 6 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Swords. We also have the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. So, I will be honest with you guys. In the next 3 months, it does feel like life is gonna take them in different paths. And what I mean by that is that their star is going to be shining so bright. They're going to be very successful in their endeavors. Their jobs is going to do really well. Some of them are going to go on holiday. Some of them are going to be doing traveling, being interviewed, having photo shoots, things like that. In regards to, so career is going to be amazing. Career for the two of them is going to be amazing. But in regards to their connection, I think there's a feeling that they won't be able to see each other as much in the next 3 months is what I'm trying to say. So there is a sense, especially with the luck in Aquarius, there is a sense that they're having to be a little bit more creative in regards to meeting and connecting in the next 3 months, just because life is going to take them in such different paths. They're trying to take control, link your own constellations and take control. They're trying to find creative solutions to meet and connect. I'm not saying they're not going to meet at all. I feel like there's going to be events where they're going to be around each other, work events or projects where they're going to be around each other, but it's different to actually connecting one-on-one, right? So I feel like they're going to be very, very creative in finding solutions to that problem. But yeah, so let's grab one final card. Anything else, guys, in regards to Lee Sungkyung and Ahn Hyo Seop in the next 3 months? Oof. We have the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Was that it? Was there anything else that came forward? I feel like there was a third card. Am I going crazy? Yeah. So we have the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Wands. So I think in regards to their friendship, it's going to be solid. It's okay. They're still going to be communicating. He respects her so much. He thinks so very highly of her. So they're just going to keep making plans, is what I'm hearing. Making plans to meet and things like that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop the reading right here. What I'm going to say is that I do feel like their bond is very strong. This connection is going to be a very, very strong connection. I'm happy to see that one of them is going to move forward and have a more open communication with the other person in regards to certain things. But yeah, sorry guys. I just want to see when the other person, when one of them moves forward and communicates, how is the other person going to react to it? How is the other person going to react to it? We have the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. Okay, when this person comes forward with this information and this breakthrough, I think the other person will need some time to mull things over and to kind of really understand what this other person is saying. And yeah, they're going to take it very seriously. They're really going to try and mull it over and really kind of understand it fully before they can come back and answer. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna stop the reading right here. I hope you guys are taking care. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're being kind to yourselves. And yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you guys want to join me on Patreon, or would like to get a private reading for yourself, or would like to see my art Etsy shop, or would like to know what cards I use for my reading, any of that good stuff, I'll have it linked in the description box below. But yeah, I hope I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye.